Hey conscious lovers, this video is for you. If you or maybe your partner experience discomfort while having penetrative sex, or experience some pain or discomfort during internal touch, and you want to change that, you want to let go of that discomfort and really enjoy penetrative touch because you deserve that. So in this video, I'm gonna share with you why vaginal discomfort might be happening, as well as a step-by-step method to let go of that discomfort and reclaiming the pleasure that you and your partner deserve. And while this video, it's amazing and has really profound information that will support your sexuality, it's just a little taste from my online course, Pleasure Spot Secrets. And remember to give a thumb up and to subscribe to the channel if you want to stay tuned and learn more about sacred sexuality, tantric sex, how to have more orgasms and pleasure. And who doesn't want that, right? Losing sensitivity, it's very normal. Like that can happen for a number of reasons. Some medical procedure, being penetrated over and over again by yourself, a sex toy, or a partner before you're fully ready, or maybe like period of anxiety or depression or overwhelming, feeling a bit overwhelmed, or even after birth. So many reasons can really compromise the sensitivity inside your vagina, and those reasons will happen throughout your life. Like it happens to me, literally. Like I need to do those practices myself. And so what happened is that, something happened to you, and then you lose sensitivity as a result. And instead of thinking, oh, I can just do some practices, you might be feeling, oh, this doesn't work for me anymore, not sure why, but I can't feel it. My body is shut down, I don't really know how to orgasm, and you feel disempowered by it and thinking there is nothing you can do. But actually, through the sexual healing protocol, you can change that. So let's say that you have a medical procedure, something happened to you, and then, you lose sensitivity, and then you will be like, ta-da, I got this. And you pull out from your toolbox the sexual healing protocol. I know what to do. And here you go. You can just do the technique and practices, re-establish your internal sensitivity, and feel empowered in your sexuality. Know that you got you. And those things really happen to everyone. Myself, how long ago was it? I think 2 or 3 years ago. I had a little medical procedure in which they went inside with a camera, zoom through my cervix all the way to my womb. They wanted to check something. Everything was fine, just so you know if you get worried. But it was important to do so, and they didn't do any cutting or anything. They just went inside, but it felt so invasive for my body. Imagine they go inside through your mouth to check your gut. They're not cutting anything, but it feels so invasive. And so what happened is that really the last thing I wanted to do was making love. And of course, when did that happen? After I was separated for 10 weeks from my current partner, and, he couldn't wait to make love with me. He hadn't seen me for more than 2 months. And here I am. I'm like, just the thought of sex. I just want to kick you out, because my body had felt that as an invasion. My mind was like, yeah, sure, go and check. Thanks for taking care of me. But my body was like, ooh, don't want this. And so what happened is that it took me a few weeks to actually be able to have penetrative sex and again enjoy pleasure and again have cervical orgasm. So I went from feeling like, don't come inside me, to have cervical orgasm again. And I did those very practices that I'm about to teach you. Because as I said, they're essential and it just will happen throughout your life. So it's maintenance work that you will do all your life. So you learn it at the beginning of your journey, and you will keep those practices. They're pretty amazing. So let me share with you how to do it. So first of all, integrate the sexual healing protocol in your self-pleasuring. Make sure you're aroused, you feel good, the touch feel good, you set up your space, you take your time, 20-30 minutes to play with yourself. And then if you found some area which might be numb or painful, apply those tools. If you discover an area that is a little bit painful, here there is the healing painful method. So what you will be doing, imagine that the area, let's say the G spot, is a little bit painful. So you will massaging it for like a minute, and you want to use a touch which create a light discomfort. So let's imagine that there is a scale that goes from 0 to 10. 10 excruciating pain, 0 no pain. Keep like a 2 or 3, which would mean for you like a light discomfort, a discomfort in which you can relax. Imagine like a knot in your back. So, we almost feel if there is a bit of tension or a knot, we don't want to touch the area. But that's not how you bring healing. You want to massage the area. But if you go too strong, you might even injure yourself. So what you want to do is a light pressure and keep massaging it so that you can release that knot. And, intuitively, almost like if like something doesn't feel good, we stop that. But instead, we need to lean into this, but with just gentleness, patience, and love. So massage the area, and then you do it for a minute or two, and then you go to a pleasurable spot, let's say the clitoris, and you massage the clitoris and get aroused. Pleasure is essential. So you go from massaging the painful area and then to the pleasure one. And then maybe painful for a little longer and then the pleasure one. Because when your brain is aroused, when you're perceiving pleasure, you're actually kind of like laying the foundation for healing, because you activate the sympathetic part of your brain and the parasympathetic part and all the parts that need to be active in order for you to process unwanted emotion. Because what happened is that most likely there are some stuck emotion in that area, and what's very normal is that you might be feeling like crying, teary, emotional, angry, and you don't know why. If there is no present reason for you to feel that way, it means that as you're doing the massage, you're releasing stuck old emotion. As I told you before, like when I felt overwhelmed, right? Sometimes we store in our bodies those emotions. So maybe I felt overwhelmed, I couldn't handle my emotion, and I stuck them in my flesh, in my body. And through massage, I release them. And then is sexual healing, it's happening. When your brain is aroused, when you're perceiving pleasure, you're actually kind of like laying the foundation for healing, because you activate the sympathetic part of your brain and the parasympathetic part and all the parts that need to be active in order for you to process unwanted emotion. Because what happened is that most likely there are some stuck emotion in that area, and what's very normal is that you might be feeling like crying, teary, emotional, angry, and you don't know why. If there is no present reason for you to feel that way, it means that as you're doing the massage, you're releasing stuck old emotion. As I told you before, like when I felt overwhelmed, right? Sometimes we store in our bodies those emotions. So maybe I felt overwhelmed, I couldn't handle my emotion, and I stuck them in my flesh, in my body. And through massage, I release them. And then is sexual healing, it's happening. So those two practices might really make you feel emotional, angry, upset. Please let the emotion flow. Often there is numbness, under numbness. There might be pain. So if you're doing massaging and you felt numb and then you felt pain and you're like, this is going even worse. No, it's going better. So numbness, pain, and then pleasure. And in the process, if you feel very emotional, please let your emotion flow. I also want to mention that some of you might have been through traumatic experience. So despite this technique really works well to heal numbness and pain, if you have been experiencing sexual abuse, long, depression for a few years, or just like very toxic relationship, you might need a little bit more support in order to awaken more sensitivity inside your vagina. And so I would highly recommend that you reach out to a practitioner in your area, or you can also book sessions with me. I would love to support your journey. So just know that if you have been through rough and intense experience in your life, you too can reclaim pleasure and let go of the pain and discomfort. This video was coming directly from my Pleasure Spot Secret online course. In the course, I will guide you to embrace more pleasure, heal vaginal numbness and discomfort, understand your body even better, learn how to do tantric self-pleasuring to maximize your pleasure and enhance your sensitivity. And because you are part of my YouTube community, I want to give you a big gift. When enrolling in the course to really embrace more pleasure and have more fun in the bedroom, enter the code 𝗖𝗍𝗲. It's going to give you a 30% off from the price. I'm looking forward to keep supporting you into embracing more pleasure. Really, let's reclaim this pleasure that is your birthright.